I rarely come in to this side of the shop. Oftentimes people come from Burnside, which is the other side. The first thing I notice is the stack of books.
Yes, so this pillar, we love this pillar. And my favorite thing about this pillar is that there are actually the ashes of a beloved longtime customer inside this pillar. Because when we were remodeling, his widow said he wanted to stay with the store.
There's ashes of a human
there are
in that
ashes.
column?
Yep.
It brings good luck, probably.
Karnell, we're at Powell's, downtown Portland.
One of my favorite places of all places, landmark of Portland.
Right? If you've heard of Portland, you've heard of Powell's.
And if you haven't heard of Powell's,
you need
now
to get
you know.
there. You need to get down there. Largest independent bookstore in the world. We're gonna check it out today.
Well, welcome to Powell's.
Wow, I think most independent bookstores would be the size of this room.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And this is just what, like 1/10 even?
It's one of 9 rooms.
One of 9.
You know, one of the things I like about bookstores is tchotchkes.
Yes.
All the goods. I'm sure these are done by local artists over here, these pots or bowls.
We have a large selection of local artisans who we work with to bring in. We've got amazing chocolate from local artisans. We've got all sorts of amazing bags and goods and other gifts.
Okay.
Well, if you like, I can take you and show you some of the older parts of the store because we're in the newest section right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So the oldest part of the bookstore, give me a year on that.
Well, Powell's moved into this building and the oldest part of this building in 1980, but it has a long, long history before us. It was a car dealership.
Seriously?
place?
Yes. So not this room, but those rooms up there were a car dealership, and you can actually see the beams that still say used parts department from when it was.
Well, let's go take a look. The gold room,
right.
the coffee room. Is the coffee room where the coffee shop is?
Did you just ask if the coffee room was where they have coffee?
Well, they have a red room, they have a green room, they have a... So we're going into the blue room now.
We are, and so this is one of the oldest parts of the store. When it first opened in this space, it was just this room and the room next door, and then all of the other rooms have been added on since. We also have a really large small press section. Small press are people who are self-publishing their books, or they're publishing through smaller publishers, which can mean it's harder for them to sell copies and get distribution. So we try and keep a robust small press section because they're amazing books, and they deserve more than they get in terms of publicity. Well,
No,
Huh?
we're not shopping.
I'm
We're not
getting
shopping
lost
right
in
now.
I'm getting lost in the books. It's so cool.
it is easy to get lost in here. All you have to do is walk in with your family and say, I'll meet you in a few minutes, and then you disappear for 4 hours.
Well, you have to have a meeting place.
Yes.
You do.
I've discovered that. Like, meet here in 30 minutes. I'd come back with my comic books. Comic books.
We can take you up to
All right,
Yes.
all right.
I wanted to show you that this is where you can tell it's an old auto dealership.
I noticed these little placards all over the store. They're all handwritten.
They are.
What's
yes.
the story there?
You know, employees, we have a whole bunch of different ones upstairs, and when you have a free minute, you can just go and write one for a book you love.
Really?
You can see the little yellow ones, those are staff picks, if you look a little further down that way.
We specialize in calligraphy. The faculty teach classes on calligraphy.
Oh.
So handwriting is a thing.
The gold room, like that.
Well, welcome to the Gold Room. This is graphic novels, all of
Good
these
job.
aisles here.
Wow. Now, I don't have a favorite comic book. I have a favorite writer, Michael Bendis.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is.
Portland, believe it or not, is the comic book mecca,
Is it
right?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. Oh, Dune. It's a graphic novel?
I think he's so.
It is all sorts.
I'm not kidding.
The Gold Room is not just graphic novels, it's also our science fiction and fantasy section. And one of my favorite things about this room, we've had a lot of amazing authors come to sign the wall for us. This pillar, this is our pillar of signitude. So I know a couple of the names on this wall that you might recognize are Neil Gaiman and Ursula Le Guin.
Oh, and they leave their email so folks can reach out to them too.
And I wanted to show you this one, the Lathe of Heaven. This is Ursula Le Guin. And
May I?
Yes, absolutely. And Reed is mentioned in this one.
That is amazing. Did Ursula grow up in Portland?
She was definitely one of our incredible locals, and a lot of her books are set here. She's probably best known for Left Hand of Darkness, but Lathe of Heaven is my favorite, and it is set in alternate Portland.
Wow.
It's a little dark, but it's really good. Do we want to head upstairs, maybe? I can show you the event space in our rare book room.
Oh.
And this is the Pearl Room. And the Pearl is also a section of the city here in Portland, right?
It is, and we're kind of on the edge of the Pearl, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, come on in, and I'll get some lights on in here.
Awesome. Ooh.
I love it in here, and there's always something new. The rarest books are going to be in those little glass cases. So we've got this version here of the history of the expedition under the command of Captains Lewis and Clark. Now this edition is $25,000, but
Whoa.
the rarest book that we do not have on display, it's in an undisclosed location, and I don't know where they are, is an even rarer, older version of the diaries, complete with a map. Last I heard, they were going for $350,000.
Shut the front door.
Oh my God!
Are you
I thought you were
kidding
gonna
me?
say $300-some. You said $350,000.
So this desk over here is Walter Powell's old desk.
Oh.
And the ghost story is that sometimes you'll see a light on over here, and it's Walter Powell's ghost still working at his desk.
I saw the Encyclopedia Britannica from like the, that is impressive. What year is this?
11th edition.
Here's a book from 1827.
Whoa.
So here are some of the oldest books back here. So it looks like that is dated to somewhere between 1598 and 1600.
Stop.
So I can show you our event space. Now we're not having in-person events right now.
Oh,
They've all
this is cool.
shifted online. We've had all sorts of authors over the years. We had Jimmy Carter come in and sign books. Pretty much any author you can think of over the past 50 years has probably been in here at some point. There's just one more thing I want to show you up here. It is a surprise.
You just made it like 3 times more fun.
So we grabbed a bunch of books by Reed faculty.
I know who this is.
Look at that. Oh, Samia.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Kimberly Clausen.
Oh, economist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, we even have an autographed one.
Now,
How'd you
Peter
get
Rock
this?
was nice enough to come in and sign books for us.
Are you kidding? Look at that. I love it. He crossed out his name and he's like, this is how you do it. Reed faculty and Reed alumni produce about 50 books a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you're gonna find some here. Some of them are cookbooks,
Oh.
right? Some of them are autobiographies.
Okay.
But we actually put them all out in the admission office. So every book in the admission office is written by an alum, our Reed faculty, or someone who worked at Reed.
We can head down to the green room and I can show you the other entrance to the store.
Nice.
Our marquee.
Oh. I
that
left
you?
my keys in the blue room. We're going back to the blue room.
Did you really?
Milyon! Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Whoa! I know you like reading.
So we're back at an entrance to the store now. So this whole area was remodeled in 2014. We added all these amazing windows.
Wow.
50 books, 50 years.
Okay, tell us about these 50-50.
So this was our 50 books for 50 years list. So these are just
Oh.
50 books that we think were really important or influential.
Oh, I like that. It's aspirational.
Yes.
So this book is one of the books that I utilize for my course on hip hop and diversity. So
What's a hip hop lyric that coins the current time that we're living in?
I can't say it on TV.
Well, when people think about Portland, they think about Powell's and they think about Reed.
Yes.
So it's nice to come
Perfect.
together.
Yes.
That's excellent.